From abortion to issues she wants to tackle next year to the very latest on Santee Cooper and SCANA, I sit down one-on-one with State Representative Sylleste Davis for this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores.
Representative Davis, it is so good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Quintin.
I really appreciate this.
Sure, absolutely.
So it's been, what, a year since I've seen you?
Yeah, it's been a year.
Describe to me Representative Sylleste Davis.
Determined. And determined to make a difference in whatever way that might be. And frankly, knowing that you have 2 years possibly to make a difference, you know, if you don't have that re-election and you're given 2 years to make a difference, that's a hard task. And so, you know, as a freshman legislator, the first thing you do is try to figure out what's going on. And so I've done a lot of listening, I've done a lot of tours, I've done a lot of meeting people, and it's been very enjoyable. But now going into the second session, the second year, I have some things that I hope to be able to accomplish. And so I'm determined at this point, and we'll see how it goes.
Speaking of which, let me take you to the obvious.
Okay.
Lonnie Turner announces retirement from Santee Cooper.
Yes.
Tell me, where did your mind go to when you hear that?
Well, you know, I've known Lonnie for a long time. I worked at Santee Cooper for 31 years.
That's right.
And he and I started about the same time. And let me tell you, when he has got more institutional knowledge than anyone, I believe. He knows Santee Cooper better than anyone. And so, you know, I'm a little sad to see him go. His arrangement with the Santee Cooper Board of Directors was that he stay until the completion of the nuclear units. So once Santee Cooper announced that they were suspending the construction and their involvement in the construction of the new nuclear units, then that was time for Lonnie to leave according to his agreement. So he has done a remarkable job. Santee Cooper's grown and changed a lot during the time that he's been there and during the time he's been CEO. But you know, we'll move forward, and I have no doubts that the next CEO will do a great job.
And let me turn you to the Post and Courier headline from their Twitter page. It says this: Duke Energy bows out of the Reading for VC Summer Nuclear Project.
Right.
What else should be added to that headline in your mind?
To me, I'm not surprised. I would say it is not surprising that Duke drops out because the numbers just don't work right now. And they don't work for a number of reasons, and you know, they're not going to work for most entities, for most utilities. So that's what I would add to that headline, that it's not surprising that they're doing that.
And speaking of numbers, this other Post and Courier headline that reads just like this: Santee Cooper sale could leave taxpayers with $4 billion of nuclear debt. When you talk to your constituents, what are you hearing from them?
Well, most of my constituents are Santee Cooper customers. They're Santee Cooper employees. They lease lots on the lake. They're water system customers. And they're concerned, you know, whatever may happen. They're concerned about the discussion about a sale of Santee Cooper because that means a change for them. Santee Cooper serves directly or indirectly over 2 million South Carolinians. There are about 29, I think, industrial customers that buy their power from Santee Cooper. Santee Cooper has 2 water systems that provide water to water customers, and there are 1,700 employees. So the whole discussion could impact a lot of people. Now, any potential sale or discussion of the sale of Santee Cooper, I think, deserves deliberate and very careful consideration and analysis. Now, do I think that that option should be on the table. Yes, I agree with Governor McMaster that all options should be on the table, given the circumstances and given the potential impact on the ratepayers all across South Carolina, both Santee Cooper ratepayers and SCE&G ratepayers. So I think that it deserves to be looked at, but I also believe it deserves careful consideration, and it deserves a full analysis. And I believe that really, when you're looking at all of the assets of the state, I mean, Santee Cooper is an asset of state. When you look at all assets of the state, they should all be under some sort of periodic consideration. Are we still seeing value from that state asset? I believe that what we'll find with the analysis, with the thorough analysis of the sale of Santee Cooper, that Santee Cooper does provide value to the state, and I believe that value will prove to be higher than a sale.
Speaking of Governor McMaster, I gotta take you to some news that just broke just yesterday. Henry McMaster's office announced a new executive order to keep state agencies from funding abortion clinics in South Carolina. Why now?
I don't know about the timing on that.
Okay.
I don't know why now. Do I think it's a good move? Yeah, I do. I am pro-life, and as such, I believe that all life comes from God, and that all life should be preserved to the best we can. I believe those decisions should be left up to a higher power. But as far as the timing's concerned, I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
And I was actually wondering sort of the same thing. So.
Okay. And you talk about the issues that you want to tackle when you go back to Columbia in January. What are those issues in your mind?
One of the issues that is important to me is making sure that we have efficiency in government. And really this thought came up when the gas tax was being debated.
Right.
And there were several concerns about the gas tax, one of which was to make sure that the money that was being collected through the gas tax was spent specifically for the maintenance of roads and bridges.
Sure.
In my mind, by the creation of the trust fund,
Right.
that is handled. The other concern that I heard was that there was an idea that the money was there, it just wasn't being spent efficiently. As far as what I've seen, the money was not there to maintain roads. Do I believe the money that is there is being spent efficiently? From what I've seen, it is, and I have a lot of faith in Secretary Hall. But I will say that sort of opened my eyes and made me think about not only the Department of Transportation,
Right.
but other departments as well. Are we spending taxpayer dollars efficiently? And is there anything that we need to do? I would like to see that addressed in some form or manner. I'm working on some legislation, and I'm probably going to put together about 5 different pieces of legislation that focuses on trying to make government more efficient and finding cost savings, finding those efficiencies, finding those ways to perhaps consolidate some functions of government and streamline it. We should be looking to try to streamline and reduce government where we can, not keep increasing government, because I think over time it's just sort of a natural course of things for it to grow over time. And so anyway, I just think that deserves a look.
Well, Representative Sylleste Davis, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate this.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you, Quintin.
Anytime.